Well, every piece that I do, there's some thinking behind it, and that one comes from being a child or thinking about buried treasure. And the fact that we bury treasure all the time, only some of the treasure we don't want to find, like nuclear waste and so forth. That's what the hole is. Mm. And the top of it is really dismal. That's what it's going to look like if we don't pay attention to what kind of treasure we're burying. I got a call from Dan Clark one morning, as I remember fairly early, that somebody had gotten drunk and jumped the curb and ran into the sculpture. They moved, I don't know, a ton rock or so and ran over it and high-centered, but they didn't move the sculpture. Holding it together was done soon after 9/11. 9/11 was on all of our minds, and I didn't want to do two buildings. The abstract idea, again, is just like the arch out at the community college. It's two people, it's two forms, it's two buildings, it's two things. And I think that whenever you have two objects or two things, they're either supporting or they're clashing, and hopefully they're supporting each other. I mean, if they're not, then I guess we have war, don't we? The three brass or bronze pieces are symbolic of what holds us together. Every form that I've ever done relates in some way to the human shape. I think that the artist has a responsibility to speak of their time and their place and themselves through their art. I don't think art has to be controversial, but I don't think it has to please everyone. What gets back to making somebody think. If it draws them in, and even if they're talking about the wrong things about the art, I'm talking about two buildings, two shapes, they might be talking about something totally different. That's all right. When I started my gallery in town, the Sisjon Gallery, I don't know how many years ago now, I told my students here at the community college that the difference between a gallery and a museum is that you can touch. I was teaching pottery a lot and some sculpture, and I said, you know, go in, pick them up, try to figure out what was going through the artist's minds or how they held their hands when they made that.